today that we're going to chat about what I am planning on reading this August. I cannot believe we're at the end of the summer already. Barry and I and Nora, as well as my sister and her family, we're all going together to Boston. We're also headed to Cape Cod. I'm so looking forward to this. I'm excited for Nora to see the sea for the first time. She's never seen the ocean, and for her to be in Boston, which is Barry's favorite place in the entire world. So I'm really looking forward to that. As you can imagine, while we're away for like 10-ish days. I'm not going to be taking physical books with me, so I'm going to be doing a lot of e-reading, and that is just fine. I have so many books on this that I should really start getting to them. So yes, I'm going to read a ton from these. The first book I want to talk to you about is Only the Beautiful by Susan Meissner. This takes place in two periods of time. We start in the 1930s with a girl named Rosie. Her parents die very suddenly, and she goes to stay with a couple who take her in. They own a vineyard, and she has a secret that she hasn't told anyone except her mother, who made her promise to keep it a secret for her whole life, which is that she sees colors surrounding people. And this secret, I guess, drives her to open up in a different way that kind of backfires on her. She ends up becoming pregnant. She is kicked out. She doesn't know where she's going, and she ends up going somewhere where they take her baby from her and also, I believe, sterilize her without her, obviously, consent. We flash forward to 1947 in Austria, and we meet a girl named Helen. And when she goes to her brother's vineyard, she discovers that a girl that she knew in her childhood, I believe, was essentially transported to a place where they took her baby and stopped her from being able to conceive again. And she's trying to find out what happened to that girl. It sounds really interesting. I'm going to listen to this one on audio. Next up is something that I don't think any of you will see coming. It is a romance book called The Hotel Nantucket by Ellen Hillenbrand or Hilderbrand. I don't know why I couldn't figure out how to say her name. This is a book about a girl who gone through a breakup. She has the opportunity for her career to go and become a manager at this hotel that's not doing the best. Everyone on staff seems to have secrets and drama of their own, including herself, but she really wants to win over a very wealthy man staying at the hotel, as well as an Instagram influencer who can put the hotel on the map. Now they're dealing with all sorts of drama from staff and people who stay at the hotel, as well as a terrible thing that happened at the hotel that earned a very bad reputation. In the 1920s, one of the chambermaids named Grace is killed in a fire, and she actually haunts the halls. It just sounds like so much fun, and because I'm headed to Cape Cod, I thought I should probably read this book. So it went on sale and I bought it. Next is a book called Old Filth. I heard about this from Anne Patchett, and this is about a man. We meet him as he is older in life, but it tells the story of his entire life. When he was a child, he was actually an orphan in Asia, and he ended up being sent to England to be raised and educated. We follow him as he, I think, fights in the Second World War, or he's involved in the Second World War, lives through it at the very least. And we follow him get married, become an international lawyer, so on and so forth. And I just started reading this the other day, and it actually is quite funny. People call him Filth, which stands for Failed in London, Try Hong Kong. It's a strange nickname, and it is an interesting book for sure. So I am going to hopefully read that. Notes on an Execution is another book that I've heard actually really great things about. This is about a man named Ansel Packer. He's scheduled to die. He's on death row and he will be dying in 12 hours. He doesn't want to die. He actually wants to be celebrated, even though he killed multiple women. And this story is told from the point of view of 3 women that were impacted by his life in one way or another. We meet his mom. We meet, I think, his sister-in-law, and also the detective who put him behind bars in the first place. And I think we find out the story of this man and who this man is via their perception of him. It sounds really, really interesting. I have not read anything by Stephen Rowley in a while. The last book that I read by him was Lily and the Octopus. The only book I read by him is that, which was one of my favorite books of all time. It's so good. And so I would like to read the Gunkel. It just sounds like a fun, easy read, although it's actually got quite a bit of a sad story to it. This follows a gay uncle. He loves his niece and nephew. He loves taking care of them when they come up to visit him. But tragedy has kind of struck the family. Their mother has died and their father has suffered an illness of some kind. Like, I don't know if he was injured or what have you. So our main character is taking care of these kids and trying to keep their spirits up, and it is their story. It's meant to be funny, but I imagine it's also going to be a little bit emotional as well. So those are all of the books at the moment that I would like to read in August. Let me know in the comments below what you're planning to read in August, and I will see you very soon. Bye, guys.